Good morning. This is your AI News Bulletin for June 25th, 2026. Here are today's top stories, leading off with a new OpenAI chip push into inference hardware. OpenAI and Broadcom unveiled Jalapeño, an inference chip built for large language models. The companies say early testing shows substantially better performance per watt than current leading systems. Qualcomm agreed to buy chip software startup Modular for nearly $4 billion in stock. The deal is expected to close in the second half of this year. European officials are pushing back against a proposed U.S. bill that would tighten chip equipment restrictions on China. The measure could hit ASML, the Dutch maker of advanced lithography tools. Google is rolling out a search history setting that can retain uploaded media for AI training. Users can opt out through the search service's history controls in My Activity. Google is losing more senior AI researchers to rivals. Bloomberg reports Jonas Adler and Alexander Pritzel are leaving for Anthropic after key work on Gemini. Cerebras shares fell almost 20% after earnings despite strong revenue growth. Investors focused on weaker full-year margin guidance tied to temporary capacity decisions. Google DeepMind added built-in computer use to Gemini 3.5 Flash. The update is aimed at developers building agents that can interact across software platforms. Figma added code layers, animation support, and more AI features to its design platform. It also introduced prompt-based tools for custom plugins and repeatable AI skills. Agility Robotics plans to go public through a SPAC deal, valuing the company at about $2.5 billion. It says the transaction could bring in more than $620 million. Companies are starting to clamp down on everyday AI use as costs rise. A report says Accenture is trying to stop employees from burning through tokens on small routine tasks. Now let's go deeper on today's top three. Starting with our top story. OpenAI and Broadcom have unveiled Jalapeño, OpenAI's first in-house intelligence processor for large language model inference. OpenAI says the chip was developed from design to production in 9 months with Broadcom and Celestica, and that engineering samples are already running machine learning workloads in the lab at target production frequency and power, including GPT 5.3 codec Spark. The company is not giving final benchmark numbers yet, but says early testing shows substantially better performance per watt than the current state of the art. The bigger point here is strategic. OpenAI is moving further down the stack, from products and models into custom silicon. Broadcom says this is the first step in a multi-generation platform meant for gigawatt-scale data centers with Microsoft and other partners beginning in 2026. If the performance claims hold up, this could lower inference costs and reduce dependence on general-purpose accelerators. The next thing to watch is the technical report OpenAI says is coming in the next few months, because that will show whether Jalapeño changes the economics of serving frontier models at scale. Next up, Qualcomm is acquiring Modular for nearly $4 billion in stock, a major exit for one of the more closely watched chip software startups of the AI era. Qualcomm says it expects to issue up to 19.2 million shares in the transaction, which values the deal at just under $4 billion based on its last closing price. The acquisition comes only 9 months after Modular raised $250 million at a $1.6 billion valuation. The deal is expected to close in the second half of this year, and Modular's roughly 150 employees, including co-founders Chris Latner and Tim Davis, are expected to join Qualcomm. Modular built a software platform and programming language designed to let developers run AI workloads across different chips without rewriting code for each one. That made it a direct challenge to entrenched ecosystems like NVIDIA CUDA. For Qualcomm, the purchase strengthens its push beyond mobile chips into AI devices and data centers. Going forward, the key question is whether Qualcomm can use Modular's software layer to make its broader hardware portfolio easier for developers to adopt, especially in a market where software lock-in often matters as much as raw chip performance. And finally, Europe is pushing back against Washington over a proposed U.S. bill called the MATCH Act, which would further restrict Chinese access to Western semiconductor equipment. Dutch Trade Minister Sjoerd Sjoerdsma traveled to Washington this week to meet with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and members of Congress to outline the Netherlands' concerns. The central issue is ASML, the Dutch company that is Europe's most valuable business and the world's only maker of the most advanced lithography machines used for cutting-edge AI chips. China accounts for 19% of ASML's net system sales. The proposed bill would go beyond existing controls by extending restrictions to older deep ultraviolet immersion machines, not just the most advanced extreme ultraviolet tools that are already blocked from China. The bill has not yet received a full House or Senate vote and may need to be folded into a larger package to pass. The significance is that export controls are no longer just a US-China issue. They are becoming a transatlantic industrial policy dispute, with Europe signaling that tighter rules could directly hit one of its most important technology champions. Stepping back, today's stories all point to the same shift. AI competition is moving beyond models into chips, software layers, export controls, talent, and operating costs. The stack is getting more strategic and more contested. That's your AI News Bulletin for June 25, 2026. See you tomorrow.